Tonight, for television's biggest sports jackpot, $25,000. From the Hollywood Legion lanes, Ken Baylor meets Jim St. John. The winner to challenge last week's $75,000 winner, the king of the Hill, Therm Gibson. You'll also be seeing three of America's brightest young stars roll a ball for their favorite charity. It's Jackpot Bowling, starring Milton Berle, and brought to you by Miracle Mild Phillies, the best-selling cigars in the USA, featuring Phillies Perfecto, extra size, rich taste Phillies Perfecto, and by Brunswick, the #1 name in bowling. Now, here he is, your host, Milton Berle.
Thank you. Whoa. Thank you. No, don't stop applauding. Come on, keep it up. Keep it up. Keep it up. That's it. That's it. Thank you. Thank you. All that applause, ladies and gentlemen, will be donated to any young man who could use it. Well, tell me the truth. How about what happened on this show last week? Therm Gibson winning $75,000. How about that? Isn't that wonderful? I'm telling you. Believe me, you have no idea how thrilling it was. Right after he hit the jackpot, the sponsor ran over to Gibson, put out his hand, and hit him right in the mouth. And so far this year, Therm Gibson has made more money out of television than anybody. Anybody except the TV repairman. Boy, everybody was so excited, but not me, not Berle. I was calm. In fact, while we were washing up after the show, I said to Therm, "I'm not nervous, are you?" He said, "No." And some girl said, "Then what are you both doing in the ladies' room?" It really happened. You think we were excited? Somebody in the audience even had a baby. Because I know having a baby isn't exactly new, but this was a man. I mean, I don't know if you know this, but the news of Therm Gibson hitting the jackpot was in every newspaper all over the world. Of course, Russia had its own way of saying it. Russia, they said, Moscow came out with a headline that said, "Big capitalistic cigar company has 6 strikes in one day." And now, what they do over there, you know. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like you to meet the man who won that $75,000 last week, a man who's so rich, he pulled up tonight at the lanes in a Cadillac, and a Jaguar was driving. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen, Therm Gibson. Let's bring him on. Go ahead. You know, Therm. That's my man. Well, Therm, tell me, how you feeling? How you feeling, all right?
I feel pretty good, but I'm still a little shaky.
Still a little shaky. Well, Therm, tell me, what's been happening all this week since you hit the jackpot?
They've had me going all over. I mean, I've been interviewed by newspapers. I've been on TV, on the radio.
Well, your picture's been in every paper all over the world. You know. How did your family react to you winning the 75?
Oh, they were so excited. My daughters, Barbara and Patricia, they couldn't hardly talk when I talked to them over the phone.
Yeah? And your wife?
And my wife, she just couldn't talk at all.
Well, take it easy. I wish my wife wouldn't talk. I want to ask you something. A lot of people have asked me since the show last week, what are you going to do with all that money? What are you going to do with all it?
Well, I hope that maybe I'll move out here and open up a New Brunswick supply store out here.
Oh, I think that'd be great. We'd be very happy to have you in our parts out here. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, you know, Therm actually won more than... Stand over here with me. Therm actually won more than $75,000. For winning the match last week, he got $1,000, and the week before that, $2,000, making a total of $78,000. And tonight, Therm, you'll be shooting for $25,000. So if you hit it, you'll be ahead, $104,000. Look at that. Are you nervous?
Yeah, still nervous.
Well, you were white last week. I was pinching your cheek. Yeah. Well, we want to wish you good luck tonight. We'll see you later. Ladies and gentlemen, Therm Gibson. Let's give him a big hand. Thank you very much. Lots of luck, Therm, tonight. And now, here's a 60-second story that asks a very, very simple question. Can an Eastern dude, fresh off a stagecoach, tame a couple of tough hombres out of the wild and woolly West? Let's see what happens. That's corny if I ever...
An Eastern dude had arrived in town. The boys all started to push him around. But they stopped when he reached in his fancy suit and slowly drew out a Philly cheroot, a Philly cheroot. Slick on the draw, it's a real humdinger, about as big as your trigger finger. A shape that's new and is sure to suit. You're really smoking when you smoke a cheroot, a Philly cheroot.
Partner, lasso a pack of Western-style smoking. Slick on the draw, big as your trigger finger. Miracle Mild, Philly cheroots.
Yep, Philly cheroots, 5 for 28. You try them. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our first match, and right after, three of America's most popular singing stars will drop by to throw a ball for their favorite charity. And in this first game, Ken Mailer will bowl against Jim St. John, the winner to challenge our King of the Hill, Therm Gibson, for tonight's giant jackpot of $25,000. Gentlemen, Jim, Ken, the lanes are all yours, and good luck, and take it away, Chick Hearn. It's all yours.
Well, thank you very much, Milton. Hi again, everybody. Remember, on Jackpot Bowling, we bowl for strikes only. 6 consecutive strikes by either or both men would get that man or those men the $5,000 jackpot in the first game. And remember, too, as we've often told you, a jackpot winner is an automatic winner, regardless of how many strikes the other man might make in a non-consecutive fashion. Okay, from San Jose, California, Jim St. John.
Now with our PA system off here, and Johnny Clare is our official referee, here is 30-year-old Jim St. John, 5'8", 138.
And a baby! Well, let's get some more excitement going tonight. Ken Baylor, 47 years old, from San Francisco, California. Come on, Ken. And a boy! Oh, what action he got off of that 7-pin to wrap the 4 down.
1-1. Remember, both men can get the jackpot. In that case, the man with the more strikes would win. St. John, 9 years Navy service behind him, discharged in 57. Come on, the double.
And a boy!
Kenny Baylor won the Bowlers Journal Tournament in 1959 in St. Louis, averaging .223 for 5 games. Looking for the double.
And a baby! Oh, what have we got going here?
Remember, the second game tonight's worth $25,000. This one's worth $5,000 to each man for 6 consecutive strikes. This fellow won the Bowlers Journal Classic in 1960. Top money, $5,000. Looking for the turkey.
Gave them in. That is his wife, Mrs. St. John. Her name is Dee.
Beautiful girl. Kenny Baylor. 47 years old. Come on. Come on. Oh, the 4-pin wouldn't go. So it's 3-2. Both men still have a chance for the jackpot. We're only in the 4th. Now Jim St. John with one of the toughest pressure situations of his young 30-year-old life. 5-step semi-spinner, semi-fingertip. 4.
Attaboy.
That makes it 4-2. Now, here's Kenny Baylor. 4-2 going to the 5th. And for $5,000, this youngster is really alive. He won the Big Pin Classic in Salt Lake for 8 games, an average of .213. Give him a break. Too high. All right, the jackpot's out of reach for both men. The score is 4-2. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Baylor, trailing by 2. This fella's won many California tournaments, and here it comes. The 10-pin. He was just a little bit light. Like match play golf, more strikes and the opponent has frames left. It ends right there. St. John up. Lane 33, leading 4-2. His best series ever, 7-47. Too high again, and he leaves the 4-7. 4-2, bottom of the sixth. Kenny Baylor. ABC Masters 52 game average, 198. Gotta mix them, he did. He dropped that head pin into the sideboard and came back for the 5. So it's 4-3 in a thrilling game. Jackpot Bowling, we hope you'll join us each Monday night. Boy, we've had a lot of fun in this show. This fella's averaging in 2 leagues currently, 216 and 211. Oh, he buried it. 5-3. And Baylor's back against the wall. This fella's had 1 300 game. His high series, 803. He trails 5-3. Gonna have to be the Brooklyn. No. So now, St. John, by striking, could win it. He would lead 6-3. Baylor would have only 2 frames left. Gonna have to really mix them. He came back to get the 5, but the 2's still there. So that gives Ken Baylor life. And the 47-year-old San Franciscoan, current average in 3 leagues, 215, 206, 202. The bowling instructor back to the wall.
He got it.
Oh, boy. Now it's 5-4. St. John can win it by striking. He would win it 6-4. There's your shot of the semi-fingertip grip used by this youngster, Jim St. John.
That's it. That's it. Jim St. John defeating Kenny Baylor 6-4. Milton?
Oh, wonderful match, wasn't it? Huh? Whoa! Kenny, Jimmy, I want to congratulate you, Jim, on a very wonderful match. I'm very, very sorry, Ken, that it wasn't your night, but better luck next time. Right now, I have a check for you for $250, and with it, Laurie Brady, our beautiful filly, has a box of Phillies sports for you. Happy smoking. We hope to see you real soon again. Ladies and gentlemen, Ken Baylor. Let's give a big hand. Thank you very much. Sorry to turn my back to you. Say hello to the winner, Jim St. John. Isn't she attractive, huh? Oh, boy. If the Russians ever get the blueprints for this, we're really in trouble. See you later. Bye now. Stop whistling, folks, please. It's embarrassing. The girl thinks it's for her. Jim, congratulations again on your victory, and I have a check for you for $1,000. And now you relax, because in just a few minutes you're going to challenge our king of the Hill, Therm Gibson, for a giant jackpot tonight worth $25,000. Ladies and gentlemen, once more, Jim St. John. Thank you, Jim. And now, here's something I'd like you to watch whenever you're out bowling. Here's what might possibly happen when you don't own a custom-matic fitted Brunswick bowling ball. Take a good look at this, because it's very interesting.
It's too tight. Help! Help!
I told him it was too tight. He needs a Brunswick ball with Customatic fit. Exclusive Customatic fitting lets you action test your ball before you buy. Get a lifetime guarantee against defects in materials and workmanship. And Brunswick offers the widest selection of bowling bags and shoes, too. So you and your family always bowl Brunswick. The champions do.
Yes, that's right. Bowl Brunswick, what the champions do. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce 3 young men who are rapidly becoming the top singing trio in the country. You've seen them on TV and in cafes. You've heard their MGM records. And believe me, they're just great. Here they are, Philip, Dennis, and Lindsay, the Crosby Boys. Let's bring them on. Hi, Lindsay. I'm Philip. Hi, Dennis.
I'm Lindsay.
You're Lindsay, and he's Philip. Then you must be...
That's right, I'm Bing.
I should have gotten the McGuire sisters. At least they wouldn't try to get laps. Look, you know, the reason that I asked you over tonight is to roll a ball for your favorite charity, and you've seen the show, you guys, and you know how it works. Is that right?
Yes, we saw the show last week where Gibson won the jackpot.
Now, wasn't it good? Exciting? It's not every night that you see a man make $75,000.
I know. Sometimes Dad has to work all day to make that.
Funny life. Good life. Poor guy, your father. He's got money he hasn't even folded yet. Now, here's the way the whole thing works. We start you off with $500. You understand, boys? And for every pin that you knock down, we give you $50 extra for each pin. You might, get $1,000. Now, what is your favorite charity? Would you tell me which favorite?
Thalian Clinic for emotionally disturbed children.
Well, it's a great cause, and I think they can use it. Now, which one of you guys is going to roll the ball? Which one?
Well, we flipped a coin in the dressing room, and Denny came out the winner. So
all right, Dennis going to... Well, let's pick out the ball. Let's go. You want to follow me? Sure. Ladies and gentlemen... Oh, thank you. Hi, Mike. Ladies and gentlemen... you got to learn television, you guys. Welcome to KTTV. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Dennis Crosby representing the Crosby boys. You're over here. I'm sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, I got to learn television. Representing the Crosby boys will roll a ball for his favorite charity, the Thalian Clinic. All right, let's step aside and let this young man roll the ball. Here we go, folks. Pretty good. Come on. Not bad. Wonderful. 8 pins, right? Is that 8 pins times 50 is, 400. And we add that to the 500 we originally gave you, so you've got $900. Make it a total of $900 for the Thalian Clinic. And boys, come on over here just a minute. Step over here just a minute. Stop making Before you leave, I have a little surprise for you. Please, I'm sorry to wake you up. Teen Magazine asked me to present you with this plaque for being the outstanding new entertainers of 1960. Isn't that wonderful, ladies and gentlemen? How about it? There it is. Who's the oldest? Him? Who are you? Congratulations, and lots of luck to you guys when you open the Fontainebleau in Miami Beach next week. Ladies and gentlemen, once more, a big hand for the Crosby boys. Let's give them a big hand. Thank you. Good. Bye, Denny. And now, before we start our $25,000 giant jackpot, I have a puzzle for you. How can you get a strike without bowling or pitching? Are you still fishing for the answer? Are you? Well, catch this.
Fishing. Well, there's hardly a man alive who doesn't love to fish. To be off somewhere in the great outdoors, catching the big ones, and then top off everything with a pan-fried treat. And a good cigar, like a Miracle Mild Philly. Man, that's worth it. Full-size Phillies plumps and slim, trim Phillies Panatellas, Miracle Mild smoking cousins. They're selling blunts and Panatellas in the USA because they're best smoking. Mild enough for all smokers to enjoy. In the handy fresh pack, 5 for $39.
Put a pack of pleasure in your pocket. Miracle Mild Phillies.
5 for $39.
Yep, slim, trim Panatellas and full-size blunts. Ladies and gentlemen, they're both Phillies, and they're both Miracle Mild, and they're both 5 for $39. You try them, they're great. And now, here we go with our $25,000 giant jackpot, the king of the Hill Therm Gibson versus Jim St. John. Take it away, Chick Hearn.
Well, thank you, Milton. Ladies and gentlemen, the public system off. Johnny Clare is our referee. $78,000. Richards from a week ago. King of the Hill, 43-year-old Therm Gibson. His prerogative to reset. Something distracted him. Come on, Therm. Pound it in there. Ooh, a solid hit, and he left the... So he's open in the first. And Jim St. John, who just won $1,000, 30 years old, from San Jose, California. Bend it. Attaboy. Fine young bowler. He just had to go all out to defeat a tough one, Kenny Baylor, 6-4. Now here is Therm Gibson, 10-year ABC tournament average, 200. Trying to start his string. He thinks he's got it, and he has. Got his lovely wife, Ellen, here tonight, and Jim St. John has his lovely wife, Dee, here tonight, and they're sitting together. Wonder what they're talking about. Too high, and it's 1-1 through 2. I'd like to remind all of you of the great 20th Annual Bowling Proprietors Association of America All-Star Tournament opening at San Bernardino, California, this Thursday, the 12th, and running through the 21st. Great tournament, the world's greatest bowlers, the 20th Annual BPA. Gibson looking for the double. Come on, Thermy. Oh, boy, does he get action. He got them all but the 4. So, $25,000 on the line. St. John strung out 4 in the first game. Now here he is trying to start a string. Yeah. He rammed it in there. And it's 2-1 going to the 4th. Gibson, national doubles titleist in the BPAA competition, twice with George Young. 38,300 games to his credit. 3 of them sanctioned. 4 steps and a long slide. Gibby's high. He's high. Came in on the head pin. He cannot get the jackpot, and there's his lovely wife, Eloise, from Detroit, Michigan. They're going to have a couple of weeks of sunny California vacationing. Therm says win, lose, or draw tonight. Jim St. John crossed to the Brooklyn. So neither man can get the $30,000 next week. Al Thompson and Fred Lenning will come in the first game and bowl the winner of this one. This one's a long way from settled. Therm Gibson trying to run his prize money for 3 weeks to $9,000. He trails 2-1. The 5-pin is still there. Gibby had enough action to go to the board and come back and get it, but he didn't. The pin caught in the gutter. Bottom of the 5th. Jim St. John trying to take a bigger lead on his veteran opponent. He's high, right on the nose. Boy, the pressure here. These fellas know that though they get the jackpot tonight, it'll still be here waiting for them next week in the form of $30,000. This fella, they say Cardinal sin of form. Watch him push that ball out to the right. He says he does it to avoid hitting his hip. Hey! I don't deserve it, but I'll take it. There are 2 wives sitting together. The brunette is Mrs. Gibson, St. John's wife, the blonde. All right, 2-2. Ooh, a pretty good hit. Curled right around that 4-pin. Boy, you can just feel the tension permeating the lanes tonight. It's 2-2 as we go to the 7th. Gibson, our defending titleist. Michigan All-Events titleist 3 times. Elks National All-Events titleist 3 times. 10-year BC tournament average 200. Gibby from Detroit. Oh, no doubt about that one. Now he leads 3-2. And the youngster from San Jose, 30-year-old Jim St. John, whose best game ever is 298, uses the semi-fingertip grip, and here he goes, trying to tie it up. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's 7. Jim bumped into the gutter, came out, and pressed the 4. Those pins are 12 inches apart down there, though they don't look at it. As we look down, 60 feet, 10 3/16 inches, which is the distance from the foul line to the pit. Now the 43-year-old, 220-pound Gibson. And he immediately breaks the tie. Another tremendous round here in California, enjoying Jackpot Bowling, and we hope wherever you're watching across America, you're enjoying it. Jim St. John trying to tie it up at 4-4. Outside too far. He didn't just nick the head pin. So now, Gibby in the enviable position of throwing a strike to win $1,000 because he would lead far 5-3 with only one frame remaining for Jim St. John, who already has picked up $1,000. So here's our King of the Hill. Best series ever, 11. He bowled 3 consecutive games, 268 each game. A strike wins it for him. He thinks he's got it, and the 10-pin stuck on him. He clapped his hands, indicative, but he thought he had it. Now, let's see what the youngster Jim St. John can do. Won the Bowler's Journal Classic in 1960. That's his biggest thrill ever. He won it at Toledo and got $5,000 for averaging 232 for 5 games. He's got a strike to stay alive. He got it. Four to 4, sudden death overtime coming up. Therm Gibson goes to the 10th. Gibby looking at the jackpot scoreboard. This fellow was a member of the ABC team champions 3 different times. He did not get the 8-pin. So now, in the bottom of the 10th, if St. John can strike, he wins it. It's 4 to 4, bottom of the 10th. A strike is worth $1,000, bringing this fellow's earnings tonight on Jackpot Bowling to $2,000. On the head pin. So with the 3-6 remaining, Gibby, who turned his back as St. John rolled, comes back to lane 32. The picture is worth a million words. Watch it. He thinks he's got it, and he has got it. Great action. Gibson thought he had it, then for a second wondered if he was high enough. Turned it over just enough. Now Jim St. John needs the strike in sudden death. It's going to be high. It is high, and he got away with it. So each of them had a lucky strike. Each has had a high hit that he turned over too much. So let's sit back in the 12th and watch this tied match. Gibby's high, crossing over, and get the Brooklyn leaving the 6. So now, again, Jim St. John with the chance to win it. He failed in the 10th when he had the chance, but threw a quarter in the 11th to tie again. He thinks he's got it. He has got it. That's it. That's it. St. John over Gibson, 6 to 5.
Jim St. John. Oh, what a match. Overtime, sudden death. Congratulations on being the king of the hill. And since neither one of you hit the jackpot, next week our giant jackpot goes up to $30,000. I'm sorry you didn't win it, but you had your shot last week, right? Sure did. And I want to we have a check here for $250, which is cab fare for you now. You won $78,250, right? We have a box of Philly Sports, Phillies Perfectos for you. Ladies and gentlemen, lots of luck to Therm Gibson, a great champion. And you're our king of the hill for next week. Now, ladies and gentlemen, in 30 seconds, I'll be back to talk with you. But first, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to ask you all a very, very important question. Do you want to be absolutely sure you're bowling against the world's best pins? You do? Then here's the way to do it. Watch this. Very, very interesting.
Hello, friend. I'd like to bowl a few lines.
Brought your own bowling pins?
Why, sure. Folks who know the score know you get more action from these pins. See that big red crown that goes all around? It's a red crown King made by Brunswick.
More people are bowling against red crowns than any other pin. So look for them. Red Crown Duracans by Brunswick.
Jim, you are our king of the hill for next week. Here's your trick for $1,000, and you'll be back next week as our king for $30,000. Good.
This program was pre-recorded.